So Delta, we're going to keep you across that story as more develops and let you know as soon as anything happens.
Yeah, and in the meantime, here's some other... Yeah. I wonder if Prince William, if he does release a single, if it'll be a video like that.
I would imagine that would keep the nation gripped if it was. Although I don't know how he'd look in a bikini.
Yes. I thought. No, anyway. Now, our Faking It special continues. It is Judgment Day for one of the 4 reporters this morning because one of them has only been learning our very special, amazingly difficult to learn craft for the past 3 weeks.
So who is the faker? The standard's been pretty high so far. Claire's already stepped up. But next one is Anna. We're going to throw over to Anna. Hi, Anna. How you get devoured by the crew when you're not looking?
Yeah, in the advert breaks, they come in. Just look, after we come back, there'll be less here. Anyway, we have got to take a quick breather, but we will be back with 2 more potential Faking It fakers for the Apples and Girls to check out.
And Jackie's back with her news from inside Hollywood. Will Smith and...
You'd ask that, Ben.
A TV quack
Because there is.
Great link.
But would you trust this man?
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure.
He's been skilled with his stethoscope in Albert Square for the last 2 years, 2.5 years, in fact, and now
Your very own cat to stroke. And apparently, apparently it does purr
if you stroke it the right way, it reacts
Which way do I stroke it then? Oh, this is lovely.
Maybe you should
no resemblance to Jessie whatsoever.
Right way, you know.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
And thanks very much for coming in, and thanks for giving us such an enjoyable 2.5 years.
Cheers. Well, thanks. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Of course, we're going to be watching Anthony's sad farewell tonight, but if it's too hot for you outside, here's our guide to what's hot on the box over the next few days.
They say love isn't easy, but in Soapland, it's impossible. Kat and Alfie's will they, won't they saga continues in EastEnders as the indecisive Slater attempts to be decisive.
We're good mates. Let's leave it like that.
I haven't had one yet. I
No,
think
I
we're due to
haven't
get one in
either.
10 years, which is next year for me.
Are you going to go?
Yeah, that would be quite
Go
weird.
and see all your old boyfriends?
Oh, yeah, I was at girls' school, so that'd be difficult.
All your old girlfriends?
But you know, what... Yeah, exactly. But anyway, let's get back to the plot here,
Yeah,
Ben.
move on. Let's move on. We're going to talk about Faking It.
One of our favourite shows on the box is definitely Faking It.
Yeah, one of my favourites and one of Jenny's. We meet a lot of fakers in this business, so we always take a very special interest. All morning we've been holding this Faking It special. 4 reporters and they're tasked to interview the lovely Appleton sisters.
But here's the thing, one of them is a fake, and we're watching them, you're watching them, the judges are watching them.
And I'm sure it's not going to be long till it comes out on DVD.
Because everything comes out on DVD after about 2 months.
In a couple of months now, which leaves me as smoothly as a freshly waxed Brazilian.
Oh, Ben!
Do you like that? I haven't finished yet to the Daredevil DVD release, which is coming out on Monday. Do you like what I did there? Basically, Daredevil, fantastic film, very dark. Ben Affleck is a blind guy that plays a superhero that gets to dress up in leather and beat people up, including the skimpily clad Jennifer Garner, and of course everyone's favourite bad boy, Colin Farrell. It's a great film, very dark, some of the best fight scenes this size of Albert Square. And I was invited down where you counterbalance by a group of guys. That's the master in red there.
This looks so cool.
Spinning around so I could have a fight with the Daredevil. And as you can see, it's not as easy as it looks. I did fall over a couple of times. And in fact, I got stuck upside down because you have to get your weight right. But it was just brilliant.
Did you pull it off, though? I am so jealous you just did.
It was fantastic. And I have to say, Jenny, when the chips were down, I didn't disappoint.
Well done. I think you could have a future there.
Do you think so? Well, it's interesting you say that, Jen, because I actually had a one-on-one with the master, and he was quite impressed too. This is what he had to say.
Ben, you're rubbish. That is truly what he said.
I think he was speaking Cantonese, not Mandarin. So you can't be. But in traditional Kung Fu style, it was really badly dubbed because I had the translator sat next to me and it was going backwards and forwards. But it was so amazing. And he was such an amazing guy, really small, but you know he could break you, just like that.
Well, I am jealous, and you might be called Ben, but you're no Ben Affleck.
Hardly. I've got no leather, that's the only problem. We've got to take a short break, and we are going to be back in a few minutes with our 4th and final Faking It reporter. They're going to be getting their extreme close-ups, so make sure you join us after the break. It's your dress. It's very Kat Slater.
Thank you.
That was a compliment.
Thank you. Now, we have got a non-Faking It reporter over there. Now, you've been solid as a rock, Jackie, throughout the show.
It's special, and it's nearly at the end.
Now, we're sure you've been playing like we have at being Faking It judges too, so now it's time for our final reporter, or is she? Eh? It's a big thank you to Claire, Anna, and Jatinder too.
Yeah, I don't know how the judges are going to be able to choose between them. I'm not sure if I've got any idea myself.
I haven't. We're going to analyse it continuously. But we've got to wait till September to find out. It's so frustrating.
That is when the Faking It series is going to be shown, and that one in particular. But if we do hear anything, I promise you, we'll let you know as soon as we know. Unfortunately, our work here is done.
Yeah, it is. But a big thank you. I don't get that here. Anyway, next week we're going to have a less stressful show, hopefully, with Craig David faking absolutely nothing. And all the showbiz, Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, picks from the premiere you're filming at.
That's on Monday. Pirates of the Caribbean. We're going to bring you all that news. Now, we've got to discuss who was the faker.
Yeah, who do you think?
We'll see you next week. Have a good week.